Stakeholders from the private and public sector, businessmen and women, all gathered at the 15th MSME International Conference and Exhibition of the Nigerian Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, NASME, in Lagos. The conference tagged Unlocking the Huge Economic Potentials of Nigeria through MSME's development is aimed at fostering sustainable growth in the sector.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees,
the chairman of NASME, during his welcome speech, outlined the objective of the conference, which includes an appraisal of the federal government's National Enterprise Development Program, NEDEP, and National Industrial Revolution Program, among others.
Now, during this conference, like has been said by the MC, we're supposed to be sharing ideas and exchanging information which will help us develop our businesses. Now, I have to add, in the last 1.5 years or so, a lot of programs and policy has been set up or brought up by both the Central Bank of Nigeria and the federal government with a view to address the challenges being faced by SME. Now, let me mention some of these activities that NASME has been part and have been involved, so that you can see the extent how NASME has been doing in order to promote the activity of MSME. First, we are invited to serve as a council. Now, people here may not, maybe some of you may not know, that this, for the first time in the history of this country, the SME has been recognized by the federal government, and we were able to set up, the federal government set up what we call the SME Council. And NASME has been, is part of the council, where we have been involved in this council. This is the highest body in Nigeria, and the council is chaired by no other person than the vice president of our great country. So you can see the extent of involvement, of commitment by the federal government to move the MSME forward.
Also present at the occasion is the Executive Director of the Micro, Small and Medium Scale Enterprises of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Waheed Olagunju, who gave a detailed presentation on how to create sustainable access to funds for MSMEs. In his speech, he highlighted how the nation can fully harness its productivity potentials.
Our growth has been non-inclusive, which means that we're going without jobs. And we don't have jobs, we don't have income. When you don't have income, you're not able to meet your needs as a human being, basic needs of life, clothing, shelter, food. And of course, per capita income too is not commensurate to what we should have. For us to be able to unlock the potentials, the view of NASME is that we need finance, sustainable finance, to be able to unlock our potentials. We've talked about areas in which we have comparative advantage, but this potential will not be there unless they are actualized. We need entrepreneurs to be able to assess areas in which we have comparative advantages that can be efficiently converted into competitive advantage. Finance is just one of the factors of production. The view generally is that finance is the most important factor. But somewhere along the line, we'll see that it might be important, but it's not the most important.
Mr. Waheed also shared some of the factors mitigating against the growth of MSMEs in the country.
One of them is market access, which is weak local patronage. Of course, when you go to a financier to say, I need money, what do you want to do with the money? What goods do you want to produce? What service do you want to supply? There must be a market for what you are trying to do. Then, of course, infrastructure. We know the regular culprits, power and transportation. Support services. I talked about incompetent and inefficient business consultants earlier. In other parts of the world, they have well-established business development support systems that help potential and current entrepreneurs. And then information. A number of us don't know what we want to do, right? I want to go into business. What kind of business do I want to do? So we need a lot of enlightenment. We need to be sensitized as to what the business opportunities are in our environment. In what areas do we have comparative advantages that can be efficiently converted into competitive advantage? and must have the capacity to be able to do so.
The forum also availed participants to ask questions about how the Bank of Industry can support their businesses, some of which were answered by Mr. Olagunju.
Can the Bank of Industry create a platform where the SMEs can access the fund directly? Because going through the microfinance bank, their own wahala is multiple. I saw Madam advertising. What it was able to me was advertisement. But the reality and the practicality is a different ballgame when you get to them. Can't you create a platform where we can access it from directly, even without minimal interest, instead of going out?
I can assure you that once you meet our requirements, we have a turnaround time of between 2 to 4 weeks, right? Once you meet all our requirements. But the issue is that a number of our potential customers do not give us full applications. Until you've given us all the documents we require, you have not applied. So if you give us all the requirements, rest assured that within 2 to 4 weeks, you will get a feedback from the Bank of Industry. If it's an approval, it's an approval. If it's not going to be an approval within 7 days, we'll go back to you and say, look, there are inadequacies, we have a checklist, get back to us on this. And that's how we introduced the electronic platform. It makes it faster. There are timelines. If you apply through the BOI website, it's clear when you apply, it says the date and time. And when we reply, it also gives the date and time. And then we also have a customer service desk now. You can reach our customer service staff as well. Our contact details are located on our website.
One step at a time, diversifying the nation's economy is indeed achievable if all these developments are sustained. Be rest assured the Bank of Industry is ready to give your business the much desired help. That's our program today. Thanks a lot for watching. Please log on to boinigeria.com for more information or visit any of the BOI office to find out how you can access funds. I am Adeshewa Josh. See you next time.